Chickery. Be sure to watch the William Pay Show tonight. We'll be watching, won't you?
My guest is Ron Edelman, owner of the Chickery restaurant in Centerville. Why did you decide to put the Chickery restaurant in Centerville?
My wife and I moved here 5 years ago and have 2 children, and decided the Centerville area needed a casual dining, family-style restaurant.
Makes good sense. What are people looking for in a restaurant these days?
I think what most people look for when they spend their money is value. We have a casual dining restaurant. You can come in soccer uniforms after the game, or be dressed up in a business suit for lunch. We really cater to that style of guest.
What's different about the Chickery as compared to some of the other restaurants in the area?
Well, we have a very expensive French roasting oven that rotisserie roasts chicken. Very healthy, very low in saturated fats, and also relatively inexpensive. Our dinners start from $5. We put this casual dining restaurant in a setting behind you. You can see.
Oh, it's lovely. It really is.
We have a microbrewery. We brew our own beer, and we make homemade root beer as well.
So what are we going to prepare tonight?
Well, we're going to turn you into a brewmaster this evening.
Okay, that'll be different.
Yes.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay, let's go brew some beer.
Okay. Here at the Chickery, we're in the brew house. So where do we start?
Well, first, William, we need to check the temperature on the water to see if we're up to temp to begin our brew process.
Okay, so I open the lid first.
We need about 175 degrees.
175. What's the purpose of the hops?
Well, William, the hops bitters the beer and also preserves the beer.
So I put them in here then?
Yes, and we add hops 3 times during the brewing process to begin with, and about 20 minutes into the cooking time, and then we add them again 5 minutes before we're finished to give a nice aroma to the beer.
All right, I'm gonna turn it on.
Now we're going to begin the transfer of the hot water into the mash tun. William, now that we've transferred the water into the mash tun, we're going to add the barley.
Okay.
And our recipe calls for 500 pounds of 3 different types of barley.
How did you get in the brewing business?
Well, we put the brewery in our restaurant to really as a marketing tool for the restaurant, but we've had such popularity and such a good reception with the beers that we're now wholesaling to 20 different restaurants. So I've become very actively involved in the brewing process myself, and we brew 3 times a week now.
Great.
When we started, we were brewing once a week. So as you can see, we got quite a business going.
Quite an operation. What's the next step?
Well, the barley will sit here for an hour, steeping like a tea kettle.
It smells good.
Oh, it smells great. In German, they call this.
Like oatmeal almost.
That's right. They call this when it comes out. It's called wort, which is the German word for sweet water, and that's the sweet smell that you smell in any brewery town.
What's next?
Well, it sits here for an hour, and then we'll transfer into the brew kettle and add the hops and cook for a couple hours, and hopefully we'll have beer by the end of the day.
Okay, so now we're going to transfer the wort, which is the German word for sweet water, into the fermenting tank, and I'll be adding the yeast in just a few moments.
We culture our own yeast here at the Chickery. This is our lager yeast that we use in our red beer. And all you need to do is add this to the cooled wort, and we'll have beer in 30 days.
Okay, so I just pour it in.
Yes, you do. Good job, William.
Now the beer has been brewed and it's been lagered and aged now for about 30 days. And we're going to transfer it from through the filter and right into the bright tank. And we're going to let this here rest for a while and come back to it later in the show. But coming up next, conversation with Joseph Bevan from the American Lung Association. Stay with us. Perfect. My guest this evening is Joseph Bevan, Director of the local chapter of the American Lung Association. How are you tonight?
I'm fine, William. I appreciate the invitation to be here.
How long has the American Lung Association been in existence?
Almost 100 years. It was
100 years.
It was the early 1900s, and we are the oldest voluntary health organization in the Miami Valley.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the services that you provide to the community?
Well, our services include anything and everything that would relate to any form of lung disease. We're probably best known for our smoking cessation programs. We also have a major emphasis at this point on asthma. We deal with emphysema, lung cancer, any form of lung disease. And that's done through education, working with individuals and hospitals and corporations and schools. One of the things that we have done in the last year, for example, is to begin our own asthma camp at Camp Kern for children with severe asthma. And last year we took 30 kids to Camp Kern and gave them a full week of experiences in cooperation with Children's Hospital that otherwise they could only dream about. And we're looking forward to doing that again in August.
Wonderful. Now, I hear some people have a real hard time in quitting smoking, and they would like to do it, but they just feel they can't. What can you do to help those folks?
We have a number of programs that deal with that. Probably our most popular and successful is a hypnosis program that we offer once a month. It's a 1-hour hypnosis session. But we do other programs too, more long-term support group type programs.
I hear that you're going to have a benefit coming up.
Absolutely. In the past several years, we've been able to get some celebrities in to do some concerts for us, and this year we're really excited that we're going to have Sinbad.
Sinbad's coming to town.
Yes, he'll be at Memorial Hall on Friday, February 26th at 7:30.
And last time he was in town, I think he sold out, didn't he?
He did, and that was just about 7 or 8 months ago.
And I hear that tickets are going like hotcakes too now.
They're going very well.
So is there a number that you can give us so that we can have the viewers call and get tickets?
Sure, they can call us at the Lung Association at 277-3300. Tickets are also available at the Memorial Hall box office and at Joker's Comedy Cafe.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And I would like to encourage you all to come out and hear Sinbad and support this very, very good cause. Coming up next, we're going to taste the fruit of our labor at the Chickery. Stay with us. So now we're going to taste the fruit of our labor. This is good.
William, since you were so instrumental in producing this brew for us, we have a small token of our appreciation. This is
Token for me?
Yes, outstanding achievement in brewery, and
I love
a
it.
title of assistant brewmaster at the Chickery.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for your help.
Coming up next, I'll be singing one of my favorite German songs for you from the Schöner Mühlerin. Stay with us. I was only 19 when I won a major scholarship and also a grant from the Robert Ullman Foundation to study opera and voice at the American Institute of Musical Studies in Graz, a city near Vienna, Austria. It was there where I performed and learned German repertoire. And I'd like to sing one of those songs for you tonight. But first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the song. It's a boy meet girl story, and all he can dream about and think about and talk about is going to the mill to see the lovely milleress. Halt from Die Schöne Müllerin by Franz Schubert.
Mädchen aus des Ellenhaus. Durch Rauschen und Singen bricht rediger Brass, bricht rediger Brass. Ei, willkommen, dieser müller Gesang. Ei, willkommen, dieser müller Gesang. Und das Haus wie so trallig, die Fenster wie blau, die Sonne vom Himmel ist scheint, die Sonne vom Himmel ist scheint. Ein Bächlein, liebes Bächlein, war es alles so gemeint. Ein Bächlein, liebes Bächlein, war es alles so gemeint. War es alles so gemeint. War es alles so gemeint.
Gotta go. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.